The next big Republican test just 3 days away. Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley trying to make the most of the last weekend of campaigning in New Hampshire, each hoping to make a dent in Donald Trump's lead. ABC White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks has the latest now from Manchester. Good morning, Mary Alice. A big week ahead.
Yeah, Rhiannon, good morning. Just 3 days to go until the New Hampshire primary. Of all of the early voting states, this is probably where Donald Trump is the most vulnerable. And yet it was Trump overnight who rolled out a splashy new endorsement.
We need a president like Donald Trump.
On the campaign trail overnight, a Trump power move. South Carolina's Senator Tim Scott standing by his side.
We have tremendous numbers of endorsements. They're pouring in right now. But having Tim is very important.
It's an endorsement Nikki Haley had hoped for. Scott not only from her home state, but Haley first appointed him to the Senate. Now he's with Trump just 3 days before the New Hampshire primary, where Haley has bet big and needs to deliver.
Tim Scott wouldn't have a job without Nikki Haley. Nobody cares what Tim Scott thinks.
New Hampshire's Republican Governor Chris Sununu firing back. He's Haley's biggest cheerleader, taking the fight directly to Trump.
We're tired of losers. We're tired of Donald Trump.
Haley piling on.
He put us $8 trillion in debt in 4 years.
Telling our Rachel Scott it's the right time to take him on.
Should you have gone after Trump harder?
I mean, from the very beginning, keep in mind, we had 14 people in the race at one time. Now that it's a two-person race, we're talking about the contrast.
And Trump overnight saying this about Haley.
She is not presidential timber. Now, when I say that, that probably means that she's not going to be chosen as the vice president.
The fact is, this primary will likely be decided by independents like Dennis Kutcher, who make up 40% of New Hampshire voters.
I think Nikki is the right person who should hopefully be able to bridge the divide.
Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis also had events here yesterday, but he has struggled to catch on in this state. He says that part of the problem is too many voters think Trump already has it all wrapped up. He and Haley really hoping that more people come out here than compared to New Hampshire. Remember, in Iowa, only about 14% of registered Republicans came out. They need bigger numbers here in New Hampshire.